Get ready for a charming journey into the underwater world. Ariel, the beloved princess of Disney classics, captivates hearts with her magic and mystery as a fascinating mermaid. But did you know there are incredible secrets about this character and her film that few know? For example, she was supposed to be blonde in the early drafts. In this video, we'll reveal surprising facts about the animation of The Little Mermaid that will leave you astonished. Let's dive together into this unforgettable adventure. You are on the Horse Animated channel and I'm thrilled to have you all here. Get ready for a surprising revelation about the journey of The Little Mermaid to the big screen. In 1989, this Disney classic almost didn't make it to theaters. When producers pitched the idea to Disney executives, the reception was lukewarm. They didn't want any production about a mermaid, as the studio was focused on developing a sequel to Splash, 1984, which also had a mermaid as the protagonist. Two mermaid movies seemed too risky. However, everything changed when the executives read the first pages of the Little Mermaid script. They were enchanted by the story. Disney has always loved reinventing classic tales, and Ariel's narrative offered a new magical opportunity they hadn't explored yet. Thanks to this change of heart, the movie came to life and became one of Disney's greatest successes, enchanting generations with Ariel's story. Just imagine if they had given up on this gem? Fortunately, The Mermaid's Tale found its way into our hearts. Originally, Ariel wasn't supposed to be a redhead. That's right, the initial plans were for her to be blonde. But a strategic change changed everything. The reason behind this alteration was to avoid confusion with another famous mermaid, Madison, the protagonist of the movie Splash, released in 1984. Since The Little Mermaid would premiere only 5 years later, producers feared that the audience might associate the two characters. Then, the idea of giving Ariel vibrant red hair emerged. This choice was not only to differentiate her but also because red is the complementary color to Ariel's green tail, creating a striking visual contrast. Additionally, there were already blonde princesses like Cinderella and Aurora. Bringing a red-headed princess to the scene was a brilliant decision, adding diversity and freshness to the Disney princess lineup. Despite being an unreal and vibrant red, this color became Ariel's trademark, making her the first red-headed Disney princess. A bold change that resulted in an unforgettable icon. Get ready to discover a fascinating behind-the-scenes secret of The Little Mermaid. Did you know that the iconic song Part of Your World was almost cut from the movie? This song, where Ariel reveals her deepest feelings and desires, was on the verge of being excluded from the animation. It all started when, during a test screening with an unfinished version of the film, a child seemed more interested in the popcorn than Ariel's song. This made the director doubt the need to include the music, believing that no one would be interested in that scene. But the animators and composers were determined to prove him wrong. They convinced the director to conduct a new test, this time with a more mature audience and the complete version of the film. The result was spectacular. The song was an absolute hit, enchanting everyone. Thanks to the persistence of the creative team, we were gifted with one of the most memorable songs in Disney classics. Just imagine, we almost lost the chance to see Ariel sing Part of Your World because of a child distracted by popcorn. Did you know that Ursula, the unforgettable villain of The Little Mermaid, was almost even more terrifying? Although she is known as a sea witch with 6 tentacles, her initial conception was quite different and frightening. The original idea was to turn Ursula into a scorpion fish, covered in spikes all over her body. However, this vision was quickly abandoned by Disney because it would be too scary for children. So, the creators drew inspiration from the mythology of sea witches and Cecilias. Cecilias are mythical creatures with the upper body of a human and the lower body of an octopus, often depicted as hauntingly beautiful female figures. Also known as octo-mermaids, these creatures brought the perfect combination of mystery and menace to Ursula. This design decision not only made Ursula visually striking but also deepened her connection with the sea and magic, making her one of Disney's most memorable villains. Just imagine how it would have been if they had gone ahead with the initial idea. And here's a little-known curiosity. Ariel is the only Disney princess who is also a mother. In the second film of The Little Mermaid, we meet her daughter, Melody, who also becomes a mermaid. Melody is half human, inheriting from Eric, and half mermaid, thanks to Ariel. In this thrilling second chapter, the villain is Morgana, Ursula's sister, who seeks revenge for her sister's death. The story gains a new dimension with this family twist, making the adventure even more captivating. And it doesn't stop there. There is a third film that delves into Ariel's origins, revealing more about her mother, Athena, and exploring Ariel's childhood before the events with Eric and Ursula. This trilogy expands the universe of The Little Mermaid and offers us a deeper and more emotional insight into Ariel's life. Get ready to be even more enchanted by this iconic mermaid and her fascinating story. Ariel and Hercules are relatives. Although The Little Mermaid was released in the late 80s and Hercules in 1997, there is an intriguing connection between their characters. Ariel's father, King Triton, is the son of Poseidon, the Greek god of the seas. Poseidon is Zeus' brother, Hercules' father. This means that, technically, Ariel and Hercules are second cousins. This revelation bridges two magical worlds of Disney and adds a fascinating layer to the mythology of the films. Just imagine the family gatherings and epic adventures that could arise from this divine relationship. There is a surprising connection between two Disney classics, The Little Mermaid and Pinocchio. Although they are completely different stories, these movies share a common inspiration that brought to life a memorable scene. When the animation team of The Little Mermaid was working on the scene where Ursula manipulates the ocean waters with mastery, they drew inspiration from none other than Pinocchio from 1940. That iconic scene in Pinocchio, where the protagonist navigates through turbulent waters, served as the basis for creating the magical and dynamic atmosphere of Ursula's scene in The Little Mermaid. Although the stories of The Little Mermaid and Pinocchio are distinct, this shared inspiration highlights the lasting power of Disney's creativity and imagination. It's an exciting reminder of how great works of art can influence and inspire each other, even in such diverse worlds. This secret connection reminds us that Disney's magic goes beyond the screens, permeating each scene with a charming and meaningful story. Get ready for a fascinating revelation about Ariel's family. It's not just the Little Mermaid who has a name starting with A, but all her older sisters do too. Meet Ariel's charming sisters: Adna, Alana, Adela, Aquata, Arista, and Andrina. These 6 sea princesses not only share blood ties but also a special connection through their names starting with the letter A. And the connection doesn't stop there. Their mother, Athena, also has a name that follows this tradition, starting with the first letter of the alphabet. However, in an intriguing twist, in the live-action adaptation, these names were altered. It seems that the producers decided to take a more realistic approach, opting for names that reflect the ethnicity of the characters. This naming tradition not only adds an extra layer of magic to Ariel's story but also highlights the special bond between the sisters and their mother. What a fascinating secret to discover about the royal family of the sea. An incredible revelation about the inspiration behind the most iconic villain in The Little Mermaid. Did you know that Ursula was based on a real person? That person was Divine, a legendary drag queen. Besides her career in cinema, Divine made her mark in the music world. Her extravagant presence and unparalleled charisma made her a beloved figure in the American and international LGBT community. Sadly, Divine left us in 1988, a year before The Little Mermaid premiered in theaters. Her premature passing left a void, but her legacy as an icon continues to shine. It's no surprise that fans have longed for an authentic representation of Ursula in the live-action adaptation, with a drag queen in the role. Although Melissa McCarthy delivered an incredible performance, many still hope for genuine representation that honors Divine's legacy and celebrates the diversity and talent of the LGBT community. And there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed these incredible insights into The Little Mermaid. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave your like and share it with your friends. And if you know any more fun facts about the film that weren't mentioned here, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories and enrich this conversation even further. Until next time, keep tuning in for more interesting and entertaining content like this. Take care.